Hey y'all, we're back at the forge again today. We're gonna make a little old neck knife. A little backwoods neck knife that'll be carried in a little neck knife sheath. And let me show you what we're gonna work with. Get it out here. I've already got it in the forge, getting it heated up. It's just a little, it's about a 1/4 inch thick. It's an old piece of spring. Just a little piece I cut off this spring. It's 3.5 inches long. And it's a 1/2 inch wide, a little over a 1/2 inch wide. I didn't do that on purpose. I just cut a little piece and then I measured it. So that's what we're working with. I'm gonna get it back in here and get it up to heat. Get it to the anvil, make a little blade. I wanted to get this one done. It's a request from a fella up in Ohio, I believe. I have to look at my book, but we're gonna get this knocked out today. And today's opening day of rifle season down here for whitetail. So we're gonna try to get into the woods here in a little bit, but before we do, we're gonna knock this out, and I wanted to share it with you. All right, let's get it on the anvil and see what we can do with it. There's a start. Getting there. Got that a little too hot. So sun's so bright out here, it's easy to do. On a bright day, get that still too hot. That's why I always like to work in a little bit of a shade. You see the colors. Tapered. And then I'm going to start thinning it up and profiling it a little bit. Get it to shape. What I'll do now that I got it going in the directions that it needs to go, I'll switch over from this bigger hammer to the smaller hammer and come out here and start working it back to the fire. Switched over to my smaller hammer and kind of start shaping it out a little bit better. This is going to be a little small blade, little neck knife. Probably looking at like 3.5, 4 inches max on the blade is what I'm going for. Alright, get it back in the fire. Keep it kind of straight. Work on that point. I had to shave a little bit off of that nose. I was getting a little split in it earlier. Got it too hot on the tip there to begin with, and it just kind of fried it. Okay. Work on that tip a little bit there. There we go. Now it looks better. Now it's got a point. Taking shape. it's still pretty thick. It's too thick for this little small of a blade, but I'm gonna thin that out. It's getting there. Nice little straight blade, what I'm going for. Now it is anyway. I'm gonna concentrate in this area now and get that heel back there widened up a little bit. Okay. Turn it around, straighten that up. I can keep it on the anvil. There we go. There we go. You can kind of see how it's starting to shape up a little bit there. Get back to the blade. Well, I'll tell you what. Heat that up again. Give myself a little bit of room here to work. Just gonna kind of bend this down a little bit because as I'm forging it, you know, it's wanting to roll around on me, so I'm gonna kind of counteract that. Give it a little bit of roll it over in the opposite direction that it's wanting to go. So I'm just gonna roll it over. See that? And now when I start back forging on my blade, this will just slowly start straightening back out. There we go. Alright, so if I got the blade shape I want, I think it's going to work. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to come in here with the ball peen part of my hammer, and I'm going to start shaping up this heel in here just a little bit. Kind of get a little shape to it, and work it on out. Get the tang done. Alright, so I'm going to draw this tang material out, what we got left for the tang. Kind of thin it down a little bit. Here. starting to shape up. I'll probably take my half round file and get in there and finish that out. A little hump in it, or a dip in the back. I'll get that out. A couple more heats. Get in there and shape that up a little bit. I'll go ahead and put it in the guillotine, get it marked, draw that tang out, and we'll be pretty much done with it as far as the shaping goes, the forging. See, nice little round radius there. Have to kind of keep it shaped up as you go. Knocking that rollover back down, it'll start squaring it back up and you'll lose your roundness, but you can true that up with a half round file. Just what I'll do. I'm about ready to draw that tang out. I want to get, if I can get just a little more width on the heel right here, just a little bit. Some of the lumps out of it. Wiggles. Alright, now I've just got it in the vise, my half round file, and I can kind of true that up. You don't have to worry about it so much, getting it perfect with a hammer. I know file's about to have the lick, but that's just kind of true that in, that little radius there. And then I'll true this. See, we got little wobbles and inconsistencies in the blade, and I'll just take my regular straight file and true that up. All right. Alright, that's about good. So now I'm going to take it to the guillotine. We'll get it marked and we'll draw the tang on out. But I will come back and do the top of the blade too with my file and get the top of the spine nice and smooth down. Not perfect, but just make sure there ain't any dips and lumps in it. So it's looking pretty good. Alright. Get it in here about right. About right. Got it notched. There we go. I think this is going to be a pretty little blade right here. We shall see. Now I'll just get the tang, get all this worked in, and it'll be about done as far as forging goes. Get this tang drawn out here. gonna be way more tang material than I need. I'll cut this off and then start working everything up. Get a heat on it. Yeah, that'll be about good. Somewhere I made a mess lick right here. This is kind of out of proportion, but that don't matter. Just take my round file, cut that in. See where the tang comes to the blade. Kind of out of line right here, but I can fix that with the round file, no problem. Final shape that tang with the file here in just a minute. That'll be the next step. Let's see. Looking pretty good. It's shaping up really nice. It's gonna be a good little backwoods knife that be good for camping and hunting and fishing or whatever. Get it over there in the light. You can kind of see the profile of it a little bit better. So, now I'm gonna have to anneal it because it has cooled off in the air just enough to have hard spots in it, and it's gonna give that file a fit. So I'm gonna anneal it real quick, and then I'll get in here and do the filing, and it'll be ready to be stamped, and the forge will be done. All right, I got it annealed, got it softened up where the file will cut it, so I'll get it in here. Round file, get right there where the kind of true up the top just a little bit. The top of that spine. That'll do it. Get the stamp put on it. Get my maker's mark on here, and we're good to go. There's the M. Get the cross on there. There we go. I'll straighten it back up a little bit. That stamp kind of put a little warp in it. Get it nice and straight back like it's supposed to be, and then I'll anneal it and get it ready for filing, or if you got a grinder, grinding. And it's done. See if you can see that profile. I'll get it over here in the light. There we go. That's a nice little completely handmade knife, little neck knife. It's gonna be real pretty. What a nice little antler, probably an antler tying handle, or maybe a crown. I don't know. If I got a little small one, I might put a crown handle on there. It's looking pretty good. Let's see what kind of blade length we got. Got right at, well, from the bolster, measuring from the bolster to the tip's gonna be about a 4.25, 4.5 inch blade. So it's gonna look pretty good. A nice little neck knife sheath that'll go around your neck. Looks pretty good. What do y'all think about it? Let me know in the comments. Out of a piece of old spring. Remember, it was 3.5 inches long. It was a 1/2 inch wide. And we got this nice little blade out of it, out of a piece of scrap metal. I'm glad y'all stuck around for the video. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.